you guys. Thanks so much for clicking on my channel. We're all smiles over here. I am with Sonja. Just like asking a question. Will Sonja help you keep a smile for today? Hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm going to try not to keep it long, but y'all already know. If it gets good, I'm going to keep on talking. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We go to next today is develop a relationship. But before I get to run my mouth, I'm going to do what? Check out this manifestation, y'all. Then we're going to talk about it, okay? I pulled out 2 or 3, and the first one says, what? Student loans paid off. We'll take that all day long. Yes, we will. The next one says, yes, indeed. Overflow. Y'all know we'll take that. And last but not least is what? Get a raise. Congratulations. Listen, develop a relationship. My husband and I have been married for 20 years. And within these 20 years, we have indeed developed an awesome relationship. So awesome and so close and so tight, y'all, that I can go to the store and be looking at something going, oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. And I won't tell nobody what I just saw. I come back home, do whatever I'm doing, maybe a week will go by or so. And guess what? My husband will come home and say, babe, I was just at the store and I saw this and I thought to myself that you would like it, so I got it for you. And I'll go, babe, stop. I was just looking at that the other day or last week. Thank you, babe. And the reason why he was able to do that is because we have a developed relationship. He knows me and I know him, which means what? I know what he likes. He know what I like. I know what he don't like. He know what I don't like. We are just that close. Why? Because we have put in the time with each other to know each other, and that's called a relationship. You got to do the same thing in your walking journey. You know of God, but you really don't know God. Why? Because you have not been giving him your time. The only time you want to know somebody is when you are interested in knowing about them. When you love them, you want to know more about them. The thing is, we really don't know God. Not for what he can really do. Not for what he really is. We know of him. We're on the surface. But in order to dive deep, dig deep, you got to develop a relationship. And like I said, in order to develop a relationship, you've got to put in the time. You have got to put in the time. I know when I was dating before I met my husband, I was in the relationship with the other individual, okay? Individuals. And I was like, you know what? I really want to spend time with them. Let's go out here, let's go out there. I call, they won't answer. Or I want to go out and they too busy. And I was like, dog. But I was saying, we're in a relationship. Somebody say, is that your boyfriend? Yeah, that's my boyfriend. We're in a relationship. But guess what? I was in a relationship, but they weren't. Why? Because they weren't putting in their time. They weren't putting in time to invest in me, to get to know me. It was one individual I dated, y'all. And I laugh about it now. But they couldn't even spell my name. That's how much they didn't develop a relationship with me. I knew how to spell their name, first and last. But they couldn't even spell my first name, Will Sonja. Will Sonja. It's spelled just like you hear. Will Sonja. And I was like, you know what? This joker can't even spell my name. Which means what? He was not interested in knowing me. Which means what? He was not interested in a relationship. So I'm telling you, if you really want to know God, you got to develop a relationship with God. Which means what? The same amount of time or more that you put into watching a movie or watching an episode, you can put that time in with God. If you're too busy to where you can't put in time with God the way you do with a movie or episode on TV or going to a restaurant or hanging out with your friends or just sleeping, if you can't carve some time in to put in with God, then you really don't want to know God. You just want what he can do for you. And a relationship like that doesn't last long, which means what? You're going to find yourself frustrated and angry and depressed and sad. Everything that is not of you. Why? Because when you don't have a developed relationship with God, that means what? You're not all the way aligned and connected, which obviously means what? The mind, body, and ego will be leading, and you'll find yourself in those states of sadness, depression, anger. You've got to develop a relationship. Develop a relationship. Get to know God. You know of him right now, but really get to know him. Invest the time. Because guess what? He's like how I was with my dates before I met my husband. He's saying to you, hey, let's hang out. Let's talk. Let us get together. I'm waiting on you. I'm here. I'm waiting on you. I know your full name. I know everything about you. Now I want you to get to know about me. And sometimes, like I say, in this life, when we're not all the way aligned and connected, we're so busy to where we don't get to know anything about God at all. The only thing we know is what our grandparents taught us, or what our parents try to teach us, right? Or what experiences have taught us. And we're going off of that, just surface level stuff. And we have no earthly idea, no heaven idea, no kind of idea of how deep it goes when it comes to God. Let him blow your mind. Let him surprise you. Let him take you to a new world. In other words, a new life. He'll open up your life so wide and grand and big to where you'll say, I never thought that this would happen to me. It'll be all because you develop a relationship. You could be looking in a magazine going, what? Oh, I like that car. You're not even asking God for it, but you go, man, that Lamborghini is amazing. That Rolls Royce is good. That Mustang, I like that. And then what? A few years down the line, or shucks, maybe a week, I don't know how your relationship will be developed with you and God, but God, I rolled that thing right on up for you to where you'll be driving it. You want to develop a relationship with God where you know a lot about him, to where you don't even have to open your mouth and he will answer. He will answer. He said he knows what you're thinking anyway. So why not develop a relationship that's going to put you on point? He's already at the meeting spot. You just got a journey to get to where he is. Get to know more of him. I done said this about 20 times. I hope y'all got this, because some of y'all was over there feeling a certain kind of way. And it's only because you have not developed a relationship. You know of God, but you really don't know him, okay? You really don't know him. And some of y'all, let's just be real, because I was there once upon a time. I just told y'all I dated somebody that didn't even know how to spell my name. Some of y'all are in relationships where you're in the relationship, but they're not there. If a person cannot put in time with you, that means they're not trying to get to know you. They're not trying to develop a relationship with you. And I'm going to save you a whole lot of headache and a whole lot of time. Guess what? If they're not putting in the time, that's not the one. It's not the one. It's not the one. Not for right now. It's not the one. So don't waste your time. Don't be in that thing for 3 years, 5 years, and then they finally tell you, I'm not interested. And then 5 years gone by. You don't want to be that person. I'm trying to told you. I'm trying to told you a way back when ago yesterday, okay? So if you're in a relationship right now and they're not putting in the time, every time you say let's go out, they too busy. Or when you call them, they ain't answering the phone. Are they ghosting you? Guess what? Oh, you better go, you better go, you better go, you better go. That's the wrong one. Get and develop a relationship with God, and guaranteed he will send you the right one. He'll send you the one that want to put all your time. Let me tell you, when I met my husband, oh y'all, I'm almost at 10 minutes. When I finally met my husband, okay, and we got to dating, okay, I didn't ever have to pick up the phone to call him. If I did call, he picked up right away. I didn't ever have to worry or wonder if we were going to go out on a date, okay? He was out there saying, I'm here. You ready to go? Where you want to go? Where you want to eat? What movie you want to see? You want to go here? You want to go there? I didn't ever have to worry about that. He was on point. Why? Because he was the one. He was the one. He was the one. He developed a relationship with me. He invested time with me. And guess what? He knew the rules and regulations according to what I wanted to go by concerning God. And guess what? He had the same rules. Which means what? We're going to do this thing your way, God. Some of y'all, okay, I'm going too far. Listen, if your relationship is based on sex, that ain't the one. It's not. God has somebody for you that's going to invest in who you are at core, to where they're going to want to be obedient to the word of God. That's how it was with my husband and I. We were like, hey, listen, I want to obey God, okay? I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. I want to do this thing right because I want this to last. Don't you know when you do things in the right way that God asks you to do, it will last? It will last. It's only when you do things out of order to where you're going to have hiccups. Even if it seems like it's smooth, it's going to be a whole lot of hiccups. You ain't going to ever be satisfied. You ain't going to ever be happy. You're going to always feel like you've been left out if you went about it the wrong way. So listen, I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you right now on some time. If they're not investing their time in you, then that's not the one. And you clearly need to get and develop a relationship with God. Get to know him. You know of him, but get to know him, okay? Hope y'all got this thing, but if you didn't get it, rewind and watch again. But in the meantime, in between time, if you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to mask a smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. I'll talk to y'all soon. Be blessed, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. Y'all know what's coming next. Ciao.